yesterday, a big highlight is I talked to my mother. I wouldn't say that we have the best mother-daughter relationship. We just have a relationship. I probably could do some things better, but unfortunately, I don't really, I'm getting to know you. And we were actually able to relate on some things. I believe I owe my mother an apology as a woman. And I'm going to do that today and allow you guys to hear it. Okay, so mama. Okay, now I want to call you back because this morning, while I was getting ready to see my client, I thought I was really doing some thinking. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? In past time, your phone throwing me off.
I'm trying to cut it off, but I can't seem to cut that off.
You got to pause it.
Okay, there it goes.
Okay, so I was thinking and I was like, man, while I was doing my makeup.
Hey, wait a minute. Kiana calling me now too.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, her phone got hung up. So I don't just have the camera just running. I will get back on, but I could actually tell you what I'm doing. I'm actually at my office. I put in a contract for one of my morning client this morning. We didn't even finish looking at all the properties. I put in a contract for them. They was like, Nikki, you want to go ahead and pull the trigger on this one. So when they said they want to pull the trigger, I said, well, in order for me to do that, I have to go back to my office. I see my glasses. They're not really medicine glasses, but I just like them. Anyway. I had to take another client out this afternoon, and she only had one showing, but she actually liked it. So she wanted to put in a contract, so I'm going to put in a contract for her. And thank God it was right around the corner from my office. So I just came back here, and I went to the post office first, then I came back here. So I've been pretty much here all day. That is all right by me, as long as I'm getting something done. So it was a busy day, but I still was able to sit down. Okay, so this is my mother calling me back. Mama. Okay, so now look. So I said I was doing my hair and I was thinking, right? And I was like, man, I feel like well, first I want to explain this to you. You see all that fire you gave me yesterday when we was talking about having that conversation?
Yeah.
I was like, this is what we needed all of our lives right here. We just needed somebody to be an advocate. Somebody to come up with that fire and advocate for us when we was little. I think that was the part that we was missing. Not so much of, you know what I'm saying? The other stuff too, that's a given. But the part of just under us can relate. You understand what I'm saying? See, me and you, we could relate yesterday. It was the same thing for you and for me. We could relate. So I was like, man, we just needed really an advocate. But then on the flip side, Mama, I said, you know what? I think I owe my mom an apology. Now let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because when you came back here, we wanted the apology. Well, Mama, you owe us apology, which rightfully so. But then on the flip side, I said, you know what? I think I owe my mom an apology as a woman. Not as my mom, but as a woman to woman. Because I feel like I could understand the situation so much better. Just from that little conversation we had yesterday. I was able to fall on your side. To say, man, them at a little bit younger, her a little younger, him younger, oh yeah. I can understand the fire. Because, he think he know everything. Right? So therefore that can be very challenging to deal with. So I said, I understand that. Even for myself, it's almost like I put myself in your shoes. So I said, man, I owe Mama an apology. So Mama, forgive us for not understanding your side. Because forgive me for not understanding your side. Because I understand it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you now. On a daughter's side, you know, even though I understand from a woman's side, but as a daughter, I still needed you here. So I was still affected by the situation the decision that you made. Let's put it like that. I was still affected by that. So that is something that, you know, I just got to be honest with. I was still affected by that. That still affects me. But from the woman's side, I feel like I can understand you on that. So therefore, I owe you an apology for that. So that just because I understand why you would say, pew, out of here. Now, why you a peon without everybody else, I don't know. But I trust God that was the right thing to do at that moment, because guess what? We all still here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to tell you. It's been really heavy, but I didn't have an opportunity to do it because I've been working all day. But I said, no, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to apologize to my mama from woman to woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I can really wear her shoes and understand that.
But let me tell you, now, let me apologize to you too. I would like to apologize as a woman and as your mother. I understand how you felt as me being your mother, because I gave up and I left it, and that's wrong, and that's been heavy on me all my life because of the guilt that I felt, and I was young, and naive. I didn't understand the gravitation of that. Because I wasn't you know what I was? I wasn't a strong person as a woman. I wasn't strong enough. And I listened, and what I think about right now, what I think about is being a mother, I missed out on a lot. Y'all missed out on a lot. The point is, y'all missed out on a lot for having a mother. I missed out on a lot of having my children. And it didn't on that, like I said, the gravitation of it, I didn't understand it because I listened to somebody else. I was listening. I wasn't acting like, I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't mature enough. But you know what? I see how you all are with. I see how you are with Autumn. And I say, I miss that with you and the other girls. I miss that. And I love it in you. I love to see how you being a mother with your kids, and with your daughter, with your children, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
And I come in as now, I love being a grandmother. I love being a grandmother and everything. But the part that I hate the most, that I miss being a mother, you know?
Yes, ma'am. Understand it completely.
I miss being a mother, and I can't go back and gravitate and bring back those years. I can't do that. So I want you to know that I like to move forward as being a mother to you all, if y'all allow me to, you know. And you know, I don't push myself at you all.
No,
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. But I still want to be a mother. I still want to be a mother at my age. I still want to be y'all mother. I still want y'all to be able to talk to me, and we work together. If y'all want to ask me something, I can give you my point of view. I know y'all grown and everything, and you're situated, you're grounded and everything. But mothers do have a voice.
Understood.
You know,
yeah, I understand. Because yesterday I needed that. That's what made me. That's what caused me to wake up. Like, man, that felt so good to have an advocate that can understand both sides, but also that just understand me. No, Nikki, I understand. Man, listen, it's like I went way, way, way back. And that's what made my brain think like, man, this is what I feel like we miss right here.
Right.
Because we didn't have somebody to come and be the middle person. It was just my way or the highway. So even with Autumn them, and I think that sort of altered. Now we got personality now because we took it by force.
Right.
But I feel like you know how we do our kids. One thing we did is we allowed them to have personality. And I think I said it before that I admire those kids and they kids. I'm 45. I admire those kids' personality because we didn't get an opportunity to just flourish like that and become like a butterfly. You understand what I'm saying? We took it by force because listen, after a while you're gonna bust out. But we had to take it by force. But I would never put Autumn in that little box and squish her down because she wouldn't be who she is. I want her to be everything she could be early on.
Absolutely.
So go ahead, Mama.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job. You and Nikki, you and Jill and Jackie, y'all doing a great. Even though Jackie is all grown, Junior and all, y'all doing a great job with these children.
Well, thank you.
Things that I didn't know how to do. Y'all doing it. Y'all doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
With the education, the grooming, and everything. These children, they look beautiful all the time. They're very intelligent, and they're outgoing. They're not afraid.
Oh, man, that's what I love.
They're not afraid to do things. And that's the problem. I didn't have the mother. I didn't have the mother in there to influence me either. And I was afraid and timid to do a lot of things. Like I was telling you yesterday, I had to speak up and say stuff. You know, I didn't even have the courage to do a long time ago. If I had that courage to do, like, you know, your sister said things would have been different. Nikki Jill said yesterday, she said things would have been different.
Yeah, it would have.
But I didn't have the courage. I was afraid. I was living on fear. And you too young to know that.
Yeah.
You were too young to know that. But it was still, I was afraid. So now I in my prayers, I asked for strength and not to be afraid. I asked the Lord to allow me to be bold. Be bold like you are. You are bold.
Mama, because I refuse to be, I have refused to be anything else because of how we was raised. Daddy ain't tear you down, but you know, we was suppressed because he was daddy. We had that, that strong hand. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And they had that strong hand was with me too. Even as young mother and everything. I had that powerful hand there in front of me too.
Yeah.
And I was so much afraid. I was so intimidated. I was scared. But see, now I'm not. It took a lot. And some things still deep down. You say, yeah, you got to speak up and I'll back off.
Yeah.
But I know that. I can't do that anymore. I got to be bold.
Yes.
I got to not I not to be intimidated.
Yes.
And I see y'all don't let nothing intimidate y'all. Y'all don't let nothing intimidate y'all. You speak up, you speak out. And that's what you have to do. You have to be bold.
Exactly.
And teach them children to do that too. Don't be able to take nothing off anybody.
Yep.
Allow nobody to put you down to a level where you're so afraid.
Exactly.
And you have to run away from things.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
And so
you can't even. I couldn't be intimidated because I'm out here in the world. I work pretty much for me.
right, absolutely.
So I'd be scared of people and can't make my money.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm so proud of y'all for being like that. You know, I sit back and I look. I'm so proud of y'all and how, I always know y'all was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But see, y'all beautiful inside and out.
Thank you.
And you, different from, like, Nikki, you were so shy as a child.
I can't stand it either.
That's right. But now you are so bold. You speak out. And that's the strength that I want. I learned something from, even though I'm your mother, I learned something from you. Not to be afraid.
Yeah,
not to be intimidated.
No.
And you don't allow nobody to intimidate. If it ain't there, forget it.
That's right, Mama. I said it one time. I said I will never be like that to lose my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the most miserable living ever.
Tell me about it.
To not be able to be you.
Tell me about it.
If I want to be silly, I want to be silly. If I want to be business, I'm going to be business, but I'm going to be.
Right. You got to be what you going to be.
I'm going to be what I'm going to be. That's right. It's only one me. Exactly. And if I wasn't me, y'all and my kids would be like, what's wrong with my mama?
Right, exactly.
And that's how I want it to be.
And that's the way it should be. And I'm so glad you talking to me to see you can understand. Because see, that's what I want y'all to do, to understand where I was coming from, and I ain't trying to knock nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got it yesterday. It's like the light bulb came on.
To know where crazy is coming from.
Exactly. So I was like, man, I think I owe my mama an apology. Because I really understand that from a woman to woman standpoint, not daughter. But from a woman to woman standpoint, as a woman, I understand that. And I thought about it. I said, well, let me think about it. A little bit younger, he being a little bit younger, he already still feisty. So I know he could be a little feisty then. I said, oh yeah, I can see that being a problem. And if you don't know how to talk, that's going to be a big problem.
Exactly.
And I understood that. And I said, man, it was really weighing on my heart. I said, I'm going to apologize to my mama because I understand that. But I can also tell you from yesterday what I feel like we needed. We needed like that barrier right there. You know what I mean? To be like, no, you wrong. Or anything. You understand? Like a protection. We needed that. And we didn't have it. So that was more hurtful. So therefore, that's even in our personality. Like, man, we had to fend for us. But you see, my argument yesterday was like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be a brat. I'm gonna be such a big brat, and that's what I'm gonna do. But then I thought about all of that. Man, now I got somebody I was able to vent with you, and that was my real feelings. And you understood it. But even if you didn't understand it, you still was like, you could have said at that time, even though yesterday me and you was on the same page, but you could have said at that time, no, Nikki, now you wrong and this and that. We usually get that from each other. But it was a breath of fresh air to be able to get it from you. And see, we don't give you a chance sometimes because, we feel like we're victimized on one end.
Right.
But we don't open up that end too because that's part of our personality too. When I thought about it, I said, see, we share in that personality too because that's who, we was raised like that. So my thing is it's my, what could I say? I'm always going to challenge something.
Right.
I do not want to be shy, and I always want to challenge something. I'm not going to always submit all the time. Now, I ain't talking about to no man or my husband. I'm talking about just to what somebody tell me. I'm going to challenge it. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to find out if that was right. I don't just lay down real easy like that.
I noticed that.
I don't lay down. It's take a lot for to lay down now. I ain't going to lay down. I'm going to stand for what I believe. And what I believe I know until either it's proven wrong or I say I'm wrong. I'm not too big for that.
Right.
I can say I'm wrong. But one thing I also said too, that I'm not going to be hiding nothing. Because be trying to hide stuff, that wrecks your life too. Right. Everybody don't need to know nothing. But guess what? The Bible says when the enemy come, he don't find anything in me. That's what Jesus said. And I say the same thing. He don't find nothing in me he can toy with and play with, honey, because I done already said it.
Right. That's the way it should be.
So I can walk around in freedom. And that's what I do. Because I'm not going to be in nobody's bondage. I'm too old for that. Or should I say I'm too mature in age for that.
Exactly. And that bondage is no way to be.
Well, Mama, I think we reached a milestone. Right. I think now I can come over there and chill with you, bring a little wine, and we just have a little girl talk moment.
I'll be happy. I would enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell your other daughters this thing, but they're gonna see it. But I think it was really, and I wanted to share it because I felt like, man, I just had a moment to where I really see this right now.
Well, I prayed for that. And you know that I ain't put no pressure on you because I didn't want to pressure you. I didn't want to pressure you no kind of way. I don't want to pressure any of my children any kind of way. But I do want you to know that I'm there for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
Gotcha.
I walk on water. I walk on rivers to get to where I need to be. For y'all.
I believe that. But now we will give you the opportunity to do that.
Because I know I know I made mistakes. I know I made lots of them. I know I made lots of them. But I can't go back. Which I say I wish I could go back. But I can tell you what, we can move forward. Move forward.
I'm with that.
And I'll always be there. I may can't be there financially like people can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll be there with everything else. If you need me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. I know what you're saying.
I'll be there with everything. And emotional crying, whatever. I'll walk to get to you.
I believe that.
I'll swim to get to you. Even though I can't swim, I'll give the old college try. To get to you.
I think we all know that. It's just that little piece right there to where it's like, well, and you know how we all move. We move similar, very similar.
Right. I know that.
We move very similar. But now it's, as the journey opens and unfolds, it's good for us to see it through a different set of eyes.
Okay.
Because sometimes you tend to see things through the way you want to see it or how you perceive it. But you got to be willing to challenge your perception on things. So I felt like that's what I wanted to do today. And I feel like it'll make it real if I go ahead and make sure. I did not want the day to pass before I called you to say what I meant to do. Because, you know, sometimes you get busy. Like, I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'm going to do it today. I said, I'm going to call you and apologize.
You know how good that makes me feel, Nikki.
Yep.
I feel like a door is open for me and you.
It has.
It's open for all of us.
We was on fire yesterday, but it felt like a breath of fresh air when I was done.
Yeah.
We were talking some trash yesterday, but it was really good. I was like, man.
Really good.
I was like, I needed that trash talking with my mama. To talk about people. I said, I needed to talk about people. It did.
I know it opened up a lot of stuff.
It did.
I didn't want you to think that I was driving anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that I'll bribe you.
No, but it felt good for me to hear that you was able to get it out yourself. We almost sounded like the same person. I was like, wait a minute. This is what I needed right here now. I need that spice. Because for sure, that spice come from somewhere.
It felt so good. I felt good today, too. I felt good today, too.
We ain't get nothing accomplished, but we was able to talk some trash.
Yeah. I felt like, you know, when you feel like the pressure is lifted off you.
Yeah.
That's just the way I felt.
It felt good. It's necessary.
Yeah, it felt real good. I couldn't do that for a long time, but it felt so good talking to you and letting out stuff and talking about and venting. That's what it was.
Yeah. Venting, exactly.
That was venting.
And I be venting. Now, y'all know I vent. I get in that group chat and let it. I vent. Boy, they know I don't play. I get in there.
I know that.
I'm telling on anybody.
I see a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't care if it's my own son. I'm finna get in there and talk some trash.
Yeah, and he's all right, too.
He is all right. And, Mama, you know what? It's a blessing. The journey is the blessing.
Yes.
The journey is the blessing.
Right, it's a blessing. The only thing with him, with your son, all you gotta do is he talks. He know what he wanna do.
Yeah.
You know, me and him have talked.
I know. He told us he called you. Nick is a talker. Nick has a great personality.
Yeah. And he talked to me and he said, Grandma, he said, he my grandson. I don't care, Nikki. I don't care if he's working or not working. If he said, Grandma, I need something, if I got it, he got it.
Okay, I believe that.
Because that's my grandson. The bottom line is, he's my grandson.
Exactly.
Don't care what else, don't care what all the other stuff is, or whatever else thing is, he's still the grandson.
Exactly. Nobody, you don't got to earn it. The thing about it is, everything you don't have to earn. Just give it.
Right.
Just give it.
Listen to him. You know, I listen to him talk. He don't talk to me and listen. He talk to me, tell me what he wants to do, and I tell him, you know, do this, you know, think about it, you know. But still, if he said, Grandma, I believe if he called me, Grandma, I need $20. If I got $20, I'm gonna give it to him.
Okay.
I ain't got to think it out.
And he doing good working. When I say he doing good working, but I told him that, Nick, you just got to get out the door and work and get around people that are just, you know what I mean? Just get outside. Get a little bit of fresh air. He's doing very, very good. I'm highly proud of him.
And that's what I told him, too. I told him, you know, you have to make things work for you.
There you go.
I said, you got to make things work for you.
There you go.
Sometimes you got to go out there. I said, like he said, you have to ride the bus or ride that train thing. Get the schedule.
Get there. That's what I told him. But you know what too? He's doing so well with his communication and everything. I'm helping him, but then I'm letting him figure it out.
Right. And he prayed, and I said the other day, when I was on my way to the hospital, he called me and he prayed for me.
Yeah, he don't play.
And that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
That meant a lot to me. I said, I don't care what is said about that boy. He knows what he wants. You just leave him alone. He gotta get to where he needs to be.
Agreed.
I told him, I said, you might get to where you need to be. And I said, you don't have, if you need anything for your brother, you don't have to second guess it. Just ask.
Okay.
Just ask, because I'm grandma.
That's right.
I do it for Anna, I do it for Jordan, I do it for Jamal, I do it for you too. It don't make no difference how old you are, I'm still grandma.
Exactly. Sometimes
grandma.
a person wants you just to have their back.
Right, exactly.
And that's what we set out to do. You ain't got to earn it. We ain't got to put it on a piece of paper. We ain't got to do all that. Just have my back.
I ain't got to question you. And the one thing I hate, don't be questioning me. If I ask you for something and you got it, get it.
Mama, that's me right there. Don't do that. I can't stand that.
No, I can't stand that. What you need it for?
Ooh.
What you want with it? If you got it, give it to me.
Exactly. Or don't give it to me. Or hush your mouth. Or say, give it to me or don't give it to me.
Or don't give it to me. Now, I've asked him to come on me. I asked him to do some stuff for me. He come and did. No question.
Yep.
He asked Grandma, I need some. Grandma, will you give me honey? Yes. I'm going to give you more than you asked for. But you did something for me that I asked you to do that you didn't have to.
Exactly.
You don't know that. You don't know that. He's a young man, but he got feelings just like everybody else.
Exactly.
You have to remember he got feelings too.
Yeah, that's my thing, Mama. I'm like, everybody, all of us are not any hard brick walls.
Right.
You got to be mindful of people's emotions.
Exactly.
We got to get back to that. That's what, and you know me, I don't play. I'm gonna get, like I said, I get right in that group chat and let it rip.
Right. He got feelings. He got feelings just like everybody else. So you have to treat people like they have feelings.
Exactly.
Treat them like they got feelings. Love on them. Just love on them. Don't make him feel like he's outside.
Exactly.
He ain't. He in the bloodline just like everybody else.
Exactly.
Huh?
I don't play that. That's why I'm gonna come through swinging. If I don't like something you done said or did, I'm coming through. They know the bell is coming. That's all they got. The bell is coming for hers.
Right. Exactly. Everybody. Some people, not me. I have feelings. I hide my feelings a lot of things. Things hurt me. You won't know. I might come in here and cry about it. But that, I say I'm gonna get out of it too.
Oh yeah, cause you got to say something. You'll be less crying.
Yeah.
It'll sure be less crying.
Yeah. If something bothers me, let's say it. Let's discuss it.
Let's discuss it. That's me, Mama. You know me.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is either. I'm get what?
Mama, I know y'all get on me about things that I do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It be right. I know it be right.
Cause we gonna live that life though. We have lived that life.
Right.
And don't want to live that life, and that ain't good for nobody.
No, I don't want to live like that. I want to feel free.
Exactly.
You have to be free.
You have to be free.
You have to be free. And as a family, we have to be free. We have to express ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that we gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, the way she's at now,
Yeah.
because of that one incident.
Yeah. But if
And
it was, go
it
ahead.
wasn't treated right.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. I will never, ever, 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 ever handle. I won't do that.
Right.
It's gonna be up front and center.
Right. You know, you shouldn't. That should have been openly dealt with. That should have been a family thing. Cause like you said, that happened to somebody else in the family too.
Mm-hmm.
So now it could have been dealt with her.
It could have been stopped.
It could have been stopped. It wouldn't have got that far.
Exactly.
With her. But no, I don't bring it out his whole.
Yeah, you don't do that. Imagine how you make somebody feel. So the problem is, we don't. Feelings was not a issue,
Right.
and that's the thing. And you can't do that because as human beings, we got feelings and we got emotions.
Right.
We all of us can't live like that.
And Pam is one of them people. And one of them things, all that stuff that I believe that all that stemmed from that as a child.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
I believe that, but I also believe that it can break if something is handled. I just believe that God is that powerful that you touch that tender spot, and that thing can break just like that. Your whole life can change.
Absolutely. But it was told that it's over there, leave it alone, though. And from the way it was expressed, that she didn't bring it out because they were brothers.
Yeah.
It made no difference. She held her feelings inside because she was scared.
But look, don't that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Sound just like you.
Right.
See, that thing won't break if you don't break it.
Yeah, exactly. It won't. It will not.
It'll come a different way.
You got to break the cycle.
Sure do.
You got to break the cycle and say because he is a powerful, strong-willed person.
Yeah. Yes, for real. But let me tell you something. After a while, I know people like that. And let me tell you something. Them same people, and I'm talking about males, them same people need the same love that I needed, just a different way.
Right.
Still the same thing. And I feel like for us, especially us, like some folks, some folks, when you, as a male, you tell your son to be hard and do this and do that and do that. But let me tell you something. Even when you tell him, that's why I love Nick, that he can tap into his emotions. I never take that away from him. Never. When I say never, Mama, I never take that away from him and say, you need to be this way. Nick is hard enough. I love the balance that he shows as a man. He can come and pray for you, but then he can go hang out with the little boys and do what he do as a young man. That's the balance that I always want them children to have. I don't want you to be no hard monster to where you can't tap into your emotions. What kind of spouse you gonna be?
Right.
Terrible.
You got to have emotions on any level. You should be able, because they taught men don't show emotions. But see, you have to show emotions.
You have to. You can't relate to no woman like that. That's why you got so many women leaving, they tell you.
Right.
Because they don't want no old solid, abrasive piece of wood.
And you do what I said in my house.
Oh.
This is a two-person game.
Mm-mm.
It ain't no one-person thing.
Mm-mm.
Life is a challenge. Nikki, you know life is a challenge.
It sure is.
It is a challenge any way you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But once you in it, you got to be able to show emotion. You got to know what the person or this person that's on your side. You got to know how to deal with this person.
Yeah.
If you don't, you ain't got no marriage.
Exactly. You got a kid.
Right. And you got fear. You got fear. And like I said, like I was telling people, back if we could communicate, we could communicate it, we'd have said things would still be good.
Exactly.
But we couldn't do that.
Because you got to know how to communicate. Listen, you have to care to communicate. Boom, I got it. You got to care to communicate.
Exactly. And it can't be just all one-sided.
No, because that means you just waiting. You listening to me just to wait to respond. You're not trying to hear me.
Right.
You got to be able to hear me.
And I was never heard. I couldn't be heard, or I didn't want to be heard, or I just can't get into that. But it was just a
situation.
Very stressful
Situation.
when you can't express yourself.
Oh, they're just like somebody that don't listen. You know how some people, they listen, they comprehension ain't right. Oh my gosh.
Right.
It's like talking to a brick wall.
It's right. And it's gonna be this way or no way.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
This way or no way.
I'm gonna leave it here too.
Nothing should be like that.
Nothing. But you know what the thing is if you had enough wisdom, you wouldn't want it to be like that.
No. And you just living in misery.
Just misery.
Whether you know it or not, you're living in misery when you can't express yourself and don't nobody wanna hear you. It's either that way or you know what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
You have to be able to communicate, express both sides. Not just my side, your side. We got to be able to sit and express. That's what makes things work. That's why things didn't work when you work out with you, right?
That's right.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
That's why.
It is.
That's why you see that your mama is single today.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do it again. I'd rather be single
Than to deal with that.
And to be back in a situation like that.
Now, what I said, Mama, is at 45, I was very happy that I learned how to communicate.
Right.
So that means, like, see, both of y'all had a situation to where it was a two-part, didn't know how to communicate well.
Right.
So what I did was taught myself to not hold stuff on my sleeve, or if that is happening, be willing to challenge myself.
Right.
Because I don't want to come across like I know everything, right? And to just be willing to make sure, make it to where it's very important that my household runs properly. Even if we have to agree to disagree.
Exactly.
We still agree to disagree.
Right, but you still communicate.
Exactly. So it takes a two-part communication, but you got to be comfortable with yourself. You got to be okay being wrong. You got to be able to say you're wrong. You got to be able to be mad, but yet sin not. And then go back.
Exactly. You know what you have to have time for just the two of you where you can sit down.
That's right, Mama.
Children and
yes,
stuff.
that's very important. Very
Where
important.
You can communicate.
That's very important.
Right.
But
You can talk.
yes, but you
I never had that.
understood.
I never had that, which I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you try, I don't want to hear you should be happy you got everything. No, you just because you got a roof over your head, that don't make you have everything.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I got you,
You got
Mama.
food, I provide a home, food, things. That's just a small portion.
Okay.
A small portion. Because you got a woman and a man, you got a family, you still got to be able to work together. I see a lot of stuff. I see the guys. You know what I see now, Nikki? I see the men, the young fellas, they taking care of the children. They combing little girls' hair.
Mm-hmm.
Dressing the little girls and dressing the little boys and putting their clothes on. And they have daddy with the kids.
Exactly. For real. Because they had so much rules back then, I can't stand it. Like, I don't know who came up with this foolishness, but see, we ain't taking that junk. All that mess back in the day, old country bumpkin junk, we not with it.
Yeah, men didn't do that back in the day.
Yeah,
It was all the woman. Woman did everything. Woman provided. The woman had the babies, comb the hair. The daddy didn't have. It was just all on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Tradition.
now, I see the man is involved in everything.
Exactly. It takes two to make a thing go right.
The man is supposed to, he's supposed to be just as involved with the family as the woman.
For real.
Yes, and everything.
Nobody knows slavery time, but let me tell you something. They had to get over some stuff. They had some different bondage mentality.
Yeah,
that's what that is. That's some bondage mentality, Mama.
Absolutely.
So therefore, on some of that, we had to let them slide.
Right. Yeah, because, and I'm saying back in the day, they didn't know no better.
They didn't know no better, Mama.
They didn't know no better. Because
them people ain't know no better. I said they didn't know no better.
Right. When you got a house full of children, it takes two.
Exactly.
It don't take one. It takes two to do. You can take half of them and give them a bath. You do one half, you do the other half, but you do it together.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I see these men here now. They know how to comb hair. They know how to braid hair. You know, they know how to do things just like a female.
Mm-hmm. Because the women ain't taking it. I'm just playing.
They sure ain't.
You need help.
And I know it was a joke, but I seen a man on Facebook. He put the balls in his shirt and cut the nipple out so the baby could suck from the ball like he breastfeed. They doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, nigga ain't no shame in that.
No.
Because he the daddy.
Exactly.
He can do stuff like that. But you could think that you called him being baby so he was holding his baby and changing a diaper. So, you know, he said he would not do that no more. So that ain't his purpose for you to change your baby diaper.
Sure ain't it yours.
It's yours. Exactly. Raise your baby. Because the man come in the house and sat down, you changing a diaper?
Exactly.
You changing a diaper? That's a woman's work. Man, all right here, you know, I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah.
I'm changing a diaper. You know, they gonna make you less than a man to change a diaper.
Sure don't.
Or put an outfit on the baby or stuff, or even bathe the baby. That don't take nothing away from you.
No.
Because you're the daddy. But I'm glad this new era.
Mm-hmm.
See, I know all of them ain't gonna take nothing like that.
Nah, they not. What we'll teach them. The thing is them not gonna take that because they gonna understand how to be women and how to conduct themselves as women.
Right, exactly. And I like I said, I talked to them about the trafficking and all that, and doing different things, and because I listen to stuff. I know y'all done already did it too. I know y'all make them prepared for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be. The kids don't have to be so aware of everything.
Yes, and that's my main thing. Telling them don't be that loose.
They can't take nothing for granted.
Nothing.
So when you out in public, don't be on your phone.
Yeah.
Because if you're on your phone, you can't pay attention to what's going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
You always got to be aware because somebody can walk up and touch you.
Exactly.
Hands on you, something like that, grab you. But if you all that, I think about all that, but I know I don't worry about when I start worrying about stuff like that, Nikki. Think about it. I said, Nikki, them are already prepared for that.
Mama, we don't got them.
Right. I said, they done already prepared them for that. They already know they up on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it ain't too big. You can't talk too much about stuff like that.
Exactly.
You can't talk too much about that. But that's with the boys and the girls.
It is. I even talked to Nick about that.
Yeah.
They finding them boys not in good situations too. Grown men.
Right. Absolutely. So you got to look out for your boys and your girls these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my house ago, Nikki, a guy walked up on me. Look, I'm getting out my car. I know this thing, somebody walking up on me now. I said, I just turn around and step back, step on.
Yeah, see, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I got me a little holster for my gun, so that it's easy to take out when I need to.
I ain't got no gun, but I know how to take you and step on.
Yeah, but I'm everywhere. I got to be everywhere in some of everything.
Right,
so I'm always watching myself.
Right, I always be thinking about y'all too. I said, Jill, she's going in these different houses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be prepared for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, you might go in a house. Nikki, when I was younger, I went in a house with a man didn't wear no clothes. He didn't wear no clothes.
Yeah.
And that like, do all black women look like you? Well, I already knocked his eyeballs out. Well, near me, because like I'm saying, he ain't got no clothes on. He walking around with no clothes on. But doing the same thing. You remember when I used to do that kind of stuff like doing?
Nah, Mama, I don't remember that. I probably too little.
You were too young. But it used to go from house to house doing things like that. And I run into situations, different situations. But me, I walk away. So I get in my car and I said, well, I ain't doing this. But I'm just saying, you have to be prepared and try to get off the subject because everything but the girls, I be thinking about all this stuff. I think about all this because a lot of stuff, I done lived through a lot of stuff.
Understand.
I done been through a lot of stuff.
Mom, I want you to hold that note right there.
Okay.
Because I'm in here working, and I want to finish this contract because it sounds like it started raining.
Okay.
So I get on my side. But I'll call you back.
But I feel good. I feel so good talking to you, and I can express myself. I feel good. And thank you.
Mom, it's a new day. I appreciate you.
So much.
I love you.
I know you do. I know you do.
And I'm going to call you back and try to get out this office here.
Okay.
All right, Mama. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, people. I got a couple phone calls that was coming in while me and my mother was talking. So I'm going to return those phone calls and come back.
Nikki.